Good evening and Happy New Year to everyone in Brewtube land. It's Wednesday, 5th of February, and this is the first video that I'm going to do. I'm going to do it in one take, so there'll be no editing. You'll already notice there's no intro. That's simply because I don't have my big computer here yet, and secondly because I not pay for Adobe subscription anymore. I'm going to be moving to that other thing that people use, DaVinci. So what we're doing tonight is a tasting video for a beer mail I got shortly before Christmas. Big Banana sent me 3 beers. I done one, I done the first one, I done that video, it's not been released yet, but I done it in a sort of way that I was going to put all 3 of them together in one big video. Change of plan, I'm not going to do that anymore, so I'm going to try and edit that one so you get to grips with DaVinci so that it doesn't look stupid when I'm going, and then I'll taste the next one, and then I'll taste the next one. So tonight we're going to do Nelson Loves Triple C, Double C. He loves C, alright. It's a 4.1%. I'm using my trusty IKEA beer glass, which is one of my favourite glasses at the moment for drinking beer out of. Yeah, whatever. So I didn't watch the video of this, or if I did, I can't remember it. I don't know what the double C is. Citra probably, maybe Centennial. There is a QR code there which I could scan if I wasn't using my phone as a camera. So, Big Banana's done a series of the Nelson Loves, or the New Zealand Pilsners, I guess, and this is the latest one. The last one I had from him was Nelson Loves Citra, I believe, and I really enjoyed it, so much so that I made my own version of it, which the kegs actually just kicked there in January, so yeah, let's get at it, shall we? So Big Banana has filled that right to the top, and now it is dribbling all down the floor. How about that, eh? Perfecto in the glass. Perfecto. 500 mils of perfection. So appearance slightly hazy, although transparent enough. I can see the fingers through the other side. I can see the bubbles streaming up, and we have a nice marshmallow white head, really tight and packed together. A couple of big bubbles in there, but that's just from my terrible pour. As always with this, the Nelson Sauvin, you're getting sort of gooseberry, sort of like a wine sort of thing. I think that is the main thing that I always get is a Nelson Sauvin. I don't know whether it's in here or what have you. There is a bit of a pineapple coming off the back end. And it does smell quite sweet, like a tropical sweetness in there as well. Right. Okay, so very well carbonated. The effervescence on your tongue is exciting. It's a nice, refreshing beer, quite light-bodied, which you would expect from a lager or a pilsner. It's quite crisp. It's not dry as such. There's a residual sweetness there to it, but we've got a nice level of bitterness there, which I think if you've been a regular viewer of this channel, you'll know that I do like the bitterness in beer. We do have that sort of, again, gooseberries coming from the Nelson Sauvin, which is the Dawn flavour, coming off the hops. What else have we got in there? Not getting much in terms of citrus flavours. Maybe it's not Citra and Centennial, or Columbus and Citra, or anything else that begins with C. I should really have checked what that was before I started drinking it. But it is really pleasant. It's quite hard to identify the flavours in that. I have to be honest, I did prefer Nelson Mills Citra. And I wonder, maybe is it just that I left that sitting for too long, and the Nelson Sauvin eventually will take over. It's a wee invasive flavour hop. Yeah, it's not bad. Quite like it, but as I said, I would prefer the Nelson Mills Citra version of it. We're only 4.1%, so it is a sessionable beer. It probably is more of a summer beer than a February beer. You can imagine sitting out in the sun and having a couple of these maybe. It's quite refreshing actually. Now sort of thinking about the summer and what have you. Yeah. So what's been happening with Audley Brew then? Well, as you know, we've moved. I've done a couple of beers here. I did a Massey Red, which is a beer kit from Get a Brew, which you nearly see in the can there, the box from them. I've also done another beer which didn't make it to camera. It was a bit of an experimental job, and it's a starting base for a new beer that I'm working on that I'm really quite excited to get right, and I was close to it, but I think I know what I've done wrong. Obviously, we've recently, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, something like that, 2 weeks ago, I don't know. Time just seems to go by like that at the minute. We had Storm Owen, I don't know, the storm from Lord of the Rings anyway, absolutely battered the place. I was preparing for brew day that weekend, and the electricity went out. We were without electricity for 4 days, so that snookered that. The electricity in the village went out. Well, actually, that's not true. The electricity in the village stayed on. We were out of the village, and the electricity went out, but it also knocked out the closest, what do you call it, mobile phone tower. So we had no internet, no Wi-Fi obviously because we had no internet or no electricity, we had no lights, we had no television, we had no YouTube. Literally the most entertaining thing we were able to do was light the fire and just sit and watch it. So that wasn't much fun. So it was getting up early in the morning, getting to work before it was due to start, to have a shower and work. Coming home, it was dark, trying to light the fire in the dark. We were both sort of on, well, I was on long day shifts, so I was in work during all of the daylight hours and then coming home into the dark. And the other half was on sort of later shifts, so she was coming home sort of 10 or 11 at night. So it wasn't ideal, to say the least. We had a gas doofer burner thing, and I went back to the old gaff and got on the gas barbecue. So we had Kings, to be fair. We had steak dinners cooked on the barbecue. You know, things like that, just because, you know, the food in the freezer was going to go, so we may as well do it, and that was probably the best thing. It was actually, in a strange kind of way, it was quite a detox to be out of contact with everybody. Now, don't get me wrong, when I went on to work, into work every morning, like straight on Facebook, Instagram, you name it, you know, catching up with things. But to be honest with you, when I was at home, yeah, I picked up my phone a couple of times to look at things, and obviously I couldn't. So I was like, oh well, sat down and just sort of chilled out a bit, listened to a bit of music, whatever I had downloaded on the phone, and that was really it. It does drag you in for more. I didn't think I'd finish this on camera, but I think I probably will. There's 10 minutes. I was only planning to do 10 minutes. But yeah, so anyway, the detox was good. Sort of refocused everybody, me, and yeah, so it's good. So I did a video yesterday, which I have to edit together, so hopefully that comes out soon, and that's a precursor to a couple of beers that I'm going to be doing in the coming weeks ahead of St. Patrick's Day. Put a comment in below if you can guess what sort of beers I'm going to do for St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to do two very different styles. So as I say, put a comment below if you can guess what it is. There might be a prize, there probably won't be a prize, I'm too lazy to sort that sort of thing out, but you may get a name checked in the next video. How about that? So yeah, so basically yesterday's video, I'm not going into too much detail, but it was me cleaning all the crud out of everything, a couple of kegs that are empty, my kettle needed clean and stuff like that, so just deep clean, and surprise, there was a bandwagon, so I jumped on it, I got some MG 10, and it's just my sort of initial thoughts on it. So yeah, so it'll be the first beer tasting that you have seen, but it's my second beer that the banana sent me in, I think it was December, he sent me these. It's a decent beer, and look at that head, it's stayed the whole way down. Every time I take a mouth, there's a bit of lacing up the glass. That's what you like to see. One of these refreshing lagers. As I said before, I prefer the Citra, if I'm honest, but this one's alright. It's refreshing. But the Nelson Sauvin definitely has overpowered everything else. The gooseberries there, am I? My moustache is too long, I haven't shaved in a while, so I'm sure dribbling down myself. But yeah, really good beer. I'm not going to finish it because I'm getting a little bit chilly, so I've got proper heating sorted out in here. So what are we? 13 minutes, I'll make it up to 15. What we'll talk about for 2 minutes. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, so this year, I always say that brewing is more of a winter hobby for me. This winter has sort of been blown out a little bit with the move and different things. I also had all my kegs filled for a while, so there's no point in brewing. I have an idea of a sort of a thing I want to do this year, which is going to be sort of clone recipes. So I'm going to sort of go right back to the start of my beer journey and sort of clone a couple of the beers that got me into this style of beer, craft beers and things like that. And then I'm going to maybe try and clone something a bit more complicated that I would like a bit more these days. I have an idea, a couple of other ideas of beers I want to do. And then of course I have the beer that I am inventing, which I think the first draft was quite good. I still have a little bit of it left in the keg, so definitely drinking it. Maybe another pint or two tonight. We're watching Newcastle versus Arsenal. Newcastle, Arsenal and Spurs. The only way that semi-final lineup could be any worse is if Man United were in it. Three absolutely hateful teams. Anyway, that'll do me. Cheers. Can I edit this bit out?